It is the RIOT from Cell Block E.
No,
Obadiah.
he's not in jail, and I don't know if that makes it into this podcast. Obi was out, so we didn't have the podcast for the last couple of days, and he's still on remote, so he'll be back in sometime later this week. But for now, we at least have a new podcast today. Yay! Woo-hoo! But Obi's not in jail.
All right, so here's what's going on. Today in the podcast, we cover some very important topics in a very sensitive and intelligent manner, as you have become accustomed to from this broadcast outlet.
Most.
Yeah. We talk about that Ubisoft press conference from over the weekend, donuts, missing the 5K, the best toothbrush maybe ever, probably. I don't know. It's certainly one of the most expensive.
It would be, hopefully.
Let's see. Nikki has a real problem with the way I brush my teeth. We also get into a Batman show, sharks in Jersey, food fights, Disney masks, things like that. I have no idea how long the podcast is.
You get what you get, guys, all right?
I'm just glad there's something.
I know.
We did it!
Enjoy the podcast. And if you want to say hey, don't forget, as always, we like to encourage you to remember to text us, 877-2-RADIO-U. Text us your name and that you're a podcast listener, and we'll text you back when we're in the studio.
All right.
Or at least I'm in the studio until Obi gets back.
Nikki, I'm there too. In spirit, which is actually really impressive. I know, but Nikki, normally I'm there and my spirit's not in it.
It's true.
And now my body's gone, but my spirit's in it. So that's something.
It is. Well, enjoy the podcast. Thank you guys for listening.
Bye.
Well, that sounded sad. Let's have a nicer bye.
Bye, everybody.
See, was that hard? Thank you very much.
Okay. Yeah. And I'll tell you what, I can't wait to do this again tomorrow.
Okay, now for real, bye.
Bye.
A Rotten Tomatoes score so high, they refuse to make it public. The Riot on RadioU.
Just a reminder, Obi's not in the studio. He's on location.
Assignment.
He's on assignment.
I'm on assignment.
Exactly, in case he sounds a little odd.
Yeah, but I'll be back later this week. If you're wondering what assignment it is, obviously I was in LA this weekend. I was going to the Ubisoft press conference in which they were discussing their new games.
Did they have one?
Oh, dude, this was actually, because remember, Nikki, they're doing the Electronics Entertainment Expo. They normally do, but it didn't happen this year.
Sure.
So this was their big chance to show off all the games they think we should be buying when it comes up this fall.
So what does Ubisoft say?
So they had three big ones that it's not that they announced. I mean, these have all been announced already, but these are going to be games that we're supposed to be excited about. And they're saying that the new Watch Dogs game is going to be out October 29th. It's called Watch Dogs Legion. They say the new Assassin's Creed will be out November 15th, and that Far Cry 6 will be out February 18th.
Okay.
Here's what I think, using my detective skills. Are you ready?
Yes, what do you say?
Okay, so with Watch Dogs Legion, they announced that game is going to be eligible for the Xbox Smart Delivery.
Yeah.
Now, what that means is that when you buy the one version, you get all versions. So if you buy the Xbox One version, you're going to get the new super duper Xbox Series X version too. So I think that's the only game that they announced was eligible for that.
So,
I mean, maybe
I know
they
what
made
you're
a bit.
say.
They made a big deal out of that on that game, but not on the others. And so Assassin's Creed Valhalla is out November 15th. Now, this is not Ubisoft doesn't do Cyberpunk, but Cyberpunk is out November 17th. I think we're going to see a console launch somewhere that week. Because November 15th, 17th.
Well, so you're saying for the other ones, they probably would have mentioned it if it would have had it a part of it?
Yes.
And since they didn't, that's why. Okay.
So, I mean, it could be that maybe they made a bigger deal out of it and I kind of missed it. I don't know. But what I saw made me go, oh, yeah.
Well, see, if Obi, he's our analyst.
That's right. I'm a market analyst now.
He is. He's just using these skills to tell us when we think the new Xbox console will actually come out.
What I need to do is figure out how to use these skills for actual financial markets.
It's not going to happen.
So that we could actually make some money off of this in some way, shape, or form.
Why would you want to do that?
No. I'm
That's
just
really
analyzing
funny.
when you can spend your money, not when you can make money.
You're like, hey, what talent do you have? Well, I think I figured out when the Xbox console's coming out, guys. All right. I've got it down to the week.
Listen, let's not make a small thing out of that. Like, there's only probably a couple of million gamers on Reddit right now that have come to the same conclusion. Yeah. So, I mean, like, obviously, I'm huge.
So that was from
It's okay. No, go ahead.
That was from the Ubisoft stuff that they announced.
Yeah, they had their big whatever on Sunday afternoon, and was I in the audience? You don't know.
The Riot has now been downloaded. I hope you installed some antivirus. This is the worst of the Riot podcast.
So, Nikki, what did you end up doing this weekend? We haven't had our usual catch up, crosstalk, how's life chat.
I know, and normally we do that on Monday. I don't think I did anything that would have been like extraordinary. So I guess probably a boring answer would be nothing worth mentioning.
I found a donut place that had.
I didn't expect you to say that. I mean, I did deep down, but I didn't expect you to actually say that.
Does it surprise you that much that that's what I found? So, real talk. I went to a donut place and I found they had donuts. What I really wanted was like a chocolate donut with chocolate icing on it.
Yeah.
And if you're like, sounds fat, hey, call it what it is. But what they didn't have any of those. So instead it wasn't a cake donut, but it was like a filled donut, but it was filled with peanut butter cream.
Ooh, I bet that was really good.
Oh, friend.
So it was like a Buckeye donut, chocolate peanut butter?
Kinda, yeah. And then at the very end of the exchange, and this is what actually kind of I felt like put me over the top. We're standing there, and the lady's like, "Yeah, we don't have any chocolate donuts with chocolate icing, so I got 2 of the peanut butter ones." And then I noticed on the bottom rack they have a chocolate donut with a white icing with Oreos crumpled all over the top, and it was just like, I realized that I'm just a donut rube, and I probably don't understand like the way things work, but I feel like that Oreo donut down there would have been a perfectly good substitution for the donut that I was mentioning, and you missed a really good suggest sell.
So you're saying that they didn't like sell you on anything else? They weren't doing their job.
No, but I'll tell you what, maybe they were doing their job because I walked out of there with 4 donuts instead of 2.
That was just you. They didn't have to sell you on any of that.
So I was like, excuse me, ma'am? Excuse me. Wait. You haven't started ringing it up yet, have you? Wait. Is there still time?
I have to buy more since you're not helping me. I'm going to end up buying more now.
I'll just go ahead and take the 2 we have, then I'm going to eat 2 more because I've got friends at home that are really hungry.
That sounds like you're lying, doesn't it? Like you're just ordering more for you.
It's fine.
It's okay.
Fine.
I promise you it's for friends. I really promise you.
Really?
The whining, the loathing, the insightful commentary on postmodern historical doctrine. Okay, maybe not the last one. You're listening to The Riot on Radio U.
What with me being back-ish, one of the things that I have done is I've taken a look at, what's Radio U? What's going on in the world of Radio U?
Well, he's been off for the last couple of days, and then we were off at the beginning of July. So you've been in and out for the last couple of weeks.
Indisposed, as it were.
Busy, and that's fine. He's not in the studio yet. He's on remote. So OB will be back later this week.
And so, Nikki and I have this little thing that we log into that's just like hey, here's what's happening at Radio U, so that we know, so that we can let you guys know. And as I'm looking at it, it has now occurred to me that the Radio U 5K happened virtually.
It is. It's done.
And I did not participate.
So the first ever Radio U virtual 5K wrapped up yesterday. So you had through the end of the day. So technically last night. The funny thing is you had months too, because
forever.
It was supposed to be for Radio U Ohio. It was supposed to be like an in-person 5K, and then COVID stuff happened, and then it turned into a virtual 5K. And so we had a very long time. Even I ran it. JR ran it. I don't know if Hudson did. I haven't seen his time yet, but he signed up. So maybe you should check with Hudson. Maybe you and him are in the no group.
Shame for shame. I mean, okay. I will say when I know when I was in Virginia, I went on a 5-mile hike. Maybe I could just count that.
No, that's lying. That doesn't count. That doesn't count. You have to do it for the RadioU 5K thing. And you're supposed to have your shirt and your medal, and you didn't even sign up for that.
You know what? I have pictures, though. I could post a picture. I could post a picture and say, finished my RadioU 5K, having a great time. And I could post that, and people will be like, look, he did it.
He did the whole race. But if you were doing it while you had like a hike, you're probably not going to have the best time.
But no, Nikki, but I did have the best time.
Not meaning, did you have a fun time, but like your actual time of how long it took you to do the 5K, you wouldn't have that.
Right, okay, but you know what you have said to me time and time again is you don't have to run it, you can walk it.
And you did. But
and that's what I did.
You took a hike while you were on vacation. You weren't doing it for the 5K. Do it again.
I was.
Do it again.
Drive back to Virginia. Get on that trail and wear the shirt, hold the medal.
But the window closed, so I think I have a couple of medals left. If you want one, you can have one, but you're not getting a shirt.
That feels like cheating.
Okay.
You're not getting a shirt because all we have left is an extra small.
I know, we don't have the sizes that you want. I didn't want to say it, but we don't even have that. Everybody took
fine.
all those.
I know what you're thinking. It's fine.
You know, next time when we have a couple of months that we're working on something, you need to do it in the beginning so just forget it.
Why don't you just do it when you have all that time? I like to wait till the end because I feel like I'm more pressured, and so I run it faster.
No, when you wait till the end, you don't even do it. You did not do the RadioU 5K.
Did I tell you about the hike I took a couple weeks ago?
Doesn't count. That's not it.
Everything you love about the Riot, plus a handy-dandy fast-forward option. This is the Worst of the Riot podcast.
Okay, Nikki, let's talk about this brand new toothbrush from the people at OralB.
Yeah.
What kind of toothbrush do you use?
I had the one, it starts with a Q or something, where like every 3 months they mail you the new bristle or something. Right. It was all the rage.
You had a toothbrush service?
No, I never signed up for the service, but I got the toothbrush at like Christmas time, and then it lost its battery, and I need to change the battery, and then I could just see how long the bristles can go. But then I also went to the dentist, so I just started using the free one they gave me. Okay. So I have two currently.
Well, I can tell you right now, that is my answer. The toothbrush I use is whatever they give me at the dentist when I leave.
That's what you need.
I mean, yeah, I feel very lucky to be able to go to the dentist. And so I'm like, hey, you guys know my policy on the doctor. Whatever's free, I'm taking it. Like, whatever shots you have, whatever the copay covered, I'll take it.
We're not flossing, but I still want the flossing too. So just bring it all in the bag. That. Yeah.
Whatever you got. So OralB has announced they've got a new toothbrush called the IO. And it's going to go on sale August 1st. And it's going to cost somewhere in the neighborhood of $500 to $700.
No, it's the I. Oh, it's because I owe you money. Oh my gosh, that's so much money. That's why it's saying that.
I think it means input output.
No,
I think it's supposed to be.
Who is spending? That's console money.
Now, it is.
That's console money right there for your toothbrush.
Oh my gosh. Well, here's what I would like to know. First off, okay, it has a frictionless magnetic drive.
What does that do?
So that means that there's no energy wasted as it spins around your teeth.
What energy is it going to waste? Okay, I don't understand.
Already, Nikki, you're showing your poor dental hygiene.
I know, I'm not smart enough for this. I don't care enough for $500 to $700.
What mean toothbrush?
Brush.
Use tooth. Let's see. It has a smart pressure sensor, so it can tell how hard you're pressing, and it can make adjustments to the speed of the spin based on your pressure. It has a visual timer, so that way you'll know if you've brushed long enough. And here's the part that gets me more than anything. That it has a magnetic 3-hour timer.
For what? In case you leave it on accidentally?
I guess.
Listen, this sounds like we're just going to find out we've been doing it all wrong for our whole life and we're not brushing well enough.
I guess I just don't understand like how it'll charge your toothbrush in 3 hours. But how long do they think that you're brushing your teeth?
I don't know.
The people
well, maybe
at
they don't
OralB.
think. First, they're not in touch, I think, with the everyday toothbrusher person. I don't think they understand what it's really like. But maybe, like you don't put it in the charger except every so often. So that's why it needs a larger charge time.
Okay, I got one. This is going to blow your mind. It has an app. It's a smart toothbrush. So what it does is it'll tell you how long you've brushed, how much of your teeth you actually covered while brushing.
What you missed.
It'll show you what did you miss? Like you spent 81% of your time on the outside of your teeth and only 34% on the inside. And it will tell you if you're using too much pressure and how long you used too much pressure.
No, thank you. I would expect you to tell me that this was like $99.
Nikki, do you want the toothbrush of the future?
I don't.
Do you want it?
I don't want to pay for it, and I don't want it.
All right. Well,
I'm just saying no to that one.
That's fine, Toothless. If that's the way you want to be.
And the biggest concern I have is, like with OralB and some of the others, is that you do have to buy new toothbrush heads. And there's a really big black market on those things because, like, people don't want to pay real price for what they are. But those are just as expensive, too. So I'm sure you have to change out the toothbrush head.
Oh, my guess is you probably have to change out the head on this thing every other day. I mean, if you're going to get peak brushing, then you're going to have to really.
This feels like, when you have a dentist appointment and you brush really good, like right before you go over to the dentist, and you think that'll erase the 6 months before of not like brushing enough. I feel like you're going to get this anxiety going into brushing your teeth with this toothbrush.
I can't face this kind of pressure every morning. I just can't.
Free toothbrush from the dentist is all we can go with.
I brush my teeth in the shower. So.
We don't have time to go into that more, but that means you're drinking with shower water.
The Riot is well-versed on many different topics.
They're shy at first, but they're quite skilled at conversation.
This is The Riot on Radio U.
You disgust me.
What? Why is this? I don't understand why this is such a big deal.
Actually, it's probably not, but I just can't do that. So, like...
Why? Okay,
Obi
why?
said when we were talking, he says he brushes his teeth in the shower, and that means you use shower water.
Yeah, I do. Nikki,
There's
water
no difference.
that comes...
I know, it's sink water, too. It's the same, but it's in the shower.
It's the same.
It's the shower.
The water coming out of the shower head. I'm not washing or brushing my teeth using the water at the bottom of the shower off the floor.
But the door's closed and you're enclosed in it, so the steam and all that stuff just because you're washing all the filth off, so it's all in the shower. I'm not doing that in the sink, which is why the sink, I guess, is a tiny bit better.
You're washing your hands in the sink, though.
I'm not doing that in the bathroom. Well, yeah, I guess I wash my hands after.
If you want to talk about who's disgusting, you just said to me, I'm not washing my hands in the bathroom.
No, I use that. No, I use usually like the kitchen sink if I'm washing my hands after something. I should just use bottled water if I'm going to do this.
So you go to the bathroom, from the bathroom to the kitchen to wash your hands.
Yeah,
contaminating every surface along the way.
I don't want to talk about this anymore. I just wanted to say that I was just weirded out when you said you brush your teeth in the shower. Do you leave your toothbrush in the shower then?
Not usually. I pull it out because I've been trying to get in the habit of brushing my teeth. No, it's fine. It's my filth, so what do I care? I've been trying to get in the habit of brushing my teeth before bed. Yeah. So I pull it out, I set it by the sink. So that way when people are flushing the toilet or I do and all those particles go into the air, I try to make sure my toothbrush catches all of those. And then I brush my teeth at night, and it has all the particles from the day, and I get them in my mouth.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Now that I am dissecting what I've said, it's not weird. It's just the shock at first, but you're right. It's all the same thing. It's all the same water. It's all the same pipes. It's fine. As long as it's not the toilet, you're fine.
Look, no. Off-air, Nikki said to me, you might as well be brushing your teeth in the toilet.
I was just shocked because I didn't expect you to say that to me. I didn't expect you to tell me.
I still don't think it's that weird. In fact, it never occurred to me. Somebody told me they did it, and I was like, oh, that's the best idea ever. It may be...
How efficient?
No, that just means longer time in the shower.
Well,
so
yeah, you
I
do
can
like
stretch
you can
stretch my shower out.
Not everybody thinks that way. I mean, some people want to get out more and then just go to their sink and brush their teeth there like everybody else.
There's a conservationist right now that is in their car dying because they heard me say, no, you're wasting more water. You're wasting the water. Stop it.
You're welcome. Just realize this, sir, ma'am, whoever you are, is that I'm sure we're wasting water, whether we're brushing our teeth in the shower or in the sink. We just are probably managing it all places.
We're plenty wasteful. Don't you worry. Don't you worry.
Now they feel better.
Proper planning prevents poor performance. Clearly, the riot didn't properly plan. This is the worst of the riot on Radio U.
Okay, Nikki, did you hear the one about the Batman? How they were going to make a Batman TV series set in the Batman universe that's not about Batman?
Well, see, you confused me because...
Have you heard that one 15 times?
Every time they come out with Batman TV show news, it always upsets Obi because it's never about Batman. It's about some sort of Batman side character like 10 times removed down the family line. And so I know from your past stories about it that it's probably not anything that involves Batman or that you're actually excited about.
They're like, hey, we've got a Batman TV series coming out. Okay, it's about
his
about
dog.
Commissioner.
It's his dog.
Commissioner Gordon's great grandfather's nephew's cousin that fought in World War I, but it's set in the Batman universe.
Exactly, and that's how they sell these shows.
What are we talking about? So this actually, they've talked about this for years of doing a TV show about the Gotham Police Department. Oh, wait a second.
I thought that
they
was Gotham.
did that.
Yeah.
It was called Gotham. Well, they're going to do it again. Let's do it one more time. So the idea is for HBO Max, they're going to do a TV show that is set in the Batman universe of the upcoming Batman movie. So the like the one that's got sparkly guy, Robert Pattinson in it.
Yeah. Oh, you mean from Twilight? Let's have a little respect. The sparkly guy.
Hey,
from the one,
that guy.
From that guy.
Come on, sparkly Batman.
I say,
we had Batfleck. Now we've got sparkly Batman.
So the one that he's doing, which is that next year, you said, or
I think so. So I guess the idea is that it's going to be set in Gotham, like so many other things, and it's going to look at the. The compelling and complex characters of Gotham and the world of the anatomy of corruption in Gotham City.
Right, but not actually have Batman in it.
Well, you know what's going to happen is at one point someone will say Batman's name.
Yeah, but you won't get
they'll be
him.
Like, or they'll be like, that crazy guy running around in a mask, just to make sure that this doesn't feel like every other police drama on TV.
So I can tell you're excited, Obi. But is this a CW? Or no, you said it's HBO
It's
Go?
going to HBO Max.
Oh, HBO Max, okay.
Hey, I'm embarrassed. I'm like an HBO Max customer, and they've kept me. Like, I've had it now for, I'm going on my third month.
But you like the movies. This would be a TV show.
Bad person.
Have you watched anything TV show-wise through them?
One episode of Rick and Morty.
There you go. That's it.
I watched. No. What did I watch? Oh, I watched Watchmen. There you go.
In case you're wondering, yes, we do get complaints.
They have gone too far. This time, they are going to be held accountable.
You're listening to The Riot on Radio U.
So Nikki asked me if I watched the Greyhound movie.
Yeah, because
Tom Hanks.
Normally on Mondays, so yesterday we would have caught up, but you were not in. So I feel like the only thing I forgot from the weekend was Apple TV was releasing last Friday the Tom Hanks Greyhound movie, which was supposed to go in theaters, but then Apple TV bought it.
So I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, okay. I thought your answer was going to be yes.
Well,
I thought that's what I wanted to put in a pin in. I thought, he must have watched it. I'd love to hear about it.
Well, okay, give me a break on this because I wanted to tell you why I hadn't watched it.
Sure.
I haven't watched Greyhound yet, but I'm planning on watching it this week because is everybody sitting down?
You want
my 4K My 4K Blu-rays from Australia arrived.
Is that why you wanted to talk about?
That is why I have not yet watched Greyhound, and that's why this is a very relevant topic for all of us.
So let's dissect what Obi's saying. Was it in May that you ordered these 4K discs?
Third week of May.
He ordered.
Here we are in the second week of July.
He ordered from Australia these 4K discs, which play here in the United States. So you're fine. You can do it. And he found a sale. Why you got info on a sale in Australia feels like a forum to me that you were on. But he bought.
Hey, listen, I have connections.
I think that's what it was. So he bought 2 discs from Australia, and then I never thought they would come at all. But you said they just showed up.
I went outside. On my porch was a little envelope, and I was like, what is this? And I looked in the corner, and it said something Australia, and I was like, oh my gosh.
You finally got him. Yay.
I got so excited, like ridiculously excited.
Wasn't the last update
ripped
you
them
got
open.
Was that they were from, like they were on the dock in Sydney or something? Like they haven't even shipped on a boat yet?
The last update I got was like last week, and it said they were stuck. Like I wasn't going to get them, and that was a lie. So I'm glad to see that their tracking is as good as the United States Postal Service.
So were you excited?
Right on track.
Did you watch them?
Oh, I watched them both immediately.
Yeah.
Like I opened them and ran inside like a kid and popped the first one in and just started it.
But there's like no difference, is there? Or?
No, not. The difference here would be, of course, Nikki, the increase in picture quality and the 4K-ness, but no.
Because you got them from Australia, like they don't have a different screen system, or when you watch a disc, nothing else changes.
No. I will say the size of the packaging is a little different for the case itself. Like it's noticeably different to a nerd like me. Most people would pay it no mind at all.
Well, no wonder you couldn't watch the Greyhound thing then, because you were busy.
Yes. I was busy. I watched They Live and Escape from New York.
Not
exactly cutting-edge new films.
Hey, I know someone's listening like, wait, what's that? Was that recent? No. Aren't they both really old movies?
Oh, totally. And as a media figure, I should be watching the new hotness so that we can discuss that and stay relevant. Instead,
he's just excited he got his shipment from Australia that took since May to send him the discs from the really old movies again.
Hey, jokes on all of you guys. I'm huge in Australia right now.
Everybody's so excited to hear.
I'm huge. Down there, my face is on billboards. I am huge in Australia.
Well, congratulations that you got your 4K discs from there. I know you were really looking forward to it. We thought it'd be more like September, so glad they came in.
Well, and Nikki, I consider it my homework to now watch the Tom Hanks movie, so I'm glad we brought it up.
No hurry. No hurry at all.
Worst of the Riot. RadioU.
You know, not being in the studio with Nikki has its advantages. I can't come up with any, but I'm sure there are some.
Well, I miss having you in the studio.
Being in the studio with Nikki, though, has other advantages.
If you would have come in today, I found over the weekend, I did do something over the weekend. A lot of you guys on Friday, we were running Worst of Riot, and a lot of you guys texted in that the Baconator Pringles had been found in the wild. So from those text messages, I was able to narrow down what store I should be going to. And so I went and got the Baconator Pringles, and I didn't know they also have a sweet corn Pringle flavor. So I got both of them for when you come back in the studio.
Wait. Back it up. Beep, beep, beep.
So there's the 2 new flavors that you have.
So Baconator, like that's the Wendy's Baconator
Yes,
ones.
that's the Pringles one.
I remember us talking about that flavor roughly forever ago.
But I didn't know that Pringles also had a new limited flavor, the sweet corn. And I actually I had some over the weekend, too. I ate.
What?
Well,
No.
I didn't want to wait. And can I tell you what? You know the corn pudding thing that you like from the restaurant?
Oh, don't.
When you taste it, it's so weird because it's so sweet. And for like right after, it takes a second. And then this flavor kicks in and it tastes just like this corn pudding that we had. So I cannot wait for you to try it.
Oh, dude.
Because I want to know if you'll actually like it.
I love corn pudding in all its flavors. My mom makes it. It's delicious. And I'm sorry, Mom, but I'm sorry. But nobody makes it as good. There's a place called City Barbecue. And the reason being, and this is in my mom's defense, I'm fairly certain that every serving from City Barbecue contains 1 stick of butter.
So it probably has a little bit more, and maybe a little bit more salt too, probably.
And an entire stick of butter.
Yeah, well,
easily.
they're consistent with it there. That's fine.
Oh, dude, it's so good.
Hopefully, if you're back in maybe on Thursday or Friday, we can do a Riot food fight and then try the Baconator Pringles and the sweet corn Pringles as well.
You guys listening? That's what you call a honey trap. You guys familiar with that? That's what that is.
It's incentive.
They try to make it real sweet for you, and then all of a sudden they're like, lock the doors.
We got him back into work. No, it's incentive for you to come back in the studio when you're back.
Oh, my gosh.
The Riot. Just because it's bad doesn't mean it's not good. Wait, isn't that exactly what it means? It's The Riot on Radio U.
We were talking about, well, we weren't. We were about to. Great white sharks, Nikki.
Yeah.
And it looks like we got some that have moved in off the coast of New Jersey.
Yeah, I never think about it, but in New Jersey, there's bears and then there's great white sharks. You get them both. You get everything.
What are you doing? Get me out.
Are they ones that they're tracking or something so they can see they're off the coast?
Yep, they are. They're tagged. They've had a giant great white named Cabot, C-A-B-O-T. He was detected moving in around the Hamptons, which, I mean, a lot of people summer in the Hamptons.
Who doesn't go to the Hamptons at this time? I mean, it's only normal he's going there.
He's just he's looking for, a place to go. He's been putting on a little weight, but you know what? It's vacation, so you have a tendency to do that.
It's fine.
Let's see. They've had, as I said, 5 different ones. Let's see. One of these sharks is 12 feet 9 inches long. One of them is 9 feet long, and they are picking up their tags. They say a total of 5, but in addition to the great whites, they've also picked up some other sharks in the area.
Ooh, what else do we got? Or just other sharks? Well, I didn't know if they're like, we tagged a hammerhead, or I don't know. Did anything else show up?
According to this guy who's never seen Jaws, he says that this shark movement is not a bad omen, and beachgoers shouldn't be afraid.
I think it's normal. We just don't hear about it, but they move up and down that coast all the time.
Mm-hmm. I can't. I think I'm pretty much off the ocean in general, except for that cruise I'm taking in January. But other than that, I'm off the ocean.
You think you're actually going to go on a cruise in January? I forgot about your cruise.
No, I've given up on that. It's never happening.
Oh my gosh, I completely forgot about it.
I hope I bought the insurance. I can't remember.
Nope, it's all not refundable. So that's why it was so cheap. That was it. Well, there you go. So if you're going to be heading to New Jersey, just be aware that they've seen what's going on.
No, you're missing the point. What I just said, I'm trying to say is, don't go to New Jersey. You don't go there.
New Jersey doesn't
They're
like
lying
that.
to you. They're telling you things like, don't worry about the sharks, visit our beaches. No.
You won't have to worry. It'll be fine. Maybe they
It's
don't
Corona
go in. Maybe they don't go in enough.
It's Corona on land, and it's sharks in the water. You got to get out.
This is all. It always happens during the summertime, though. You just have to, be aware and be smart and just know that they're there.
We've got an archive of everything stupid the Riot has ever said at your fingertips. This is the worst of the Riot podcast.
Over the weekend, I spent a couple of days at Walt Disney for their opening.
You did not. He's gone, but it's nothing fun. Everybody's thinking you're back on vacation again. You were not at Disney.
You can't prove I wasn't.
Yeah, you're right there, actually. Disney did open. Show me otherwise.
Show me the proof that I wasn't there.
But Disney opened on Saturday in Orlando, and there were a lot of articles and videos, especially if you check out YouTube and TikTok, of people who went for the reopening day to let you know the differences compared to the chaos that is normally a normal day at Disney.
The only video I really saw was the one. Did you see the one where the horse got spooked by the balloon?
I saw that. A balloon someone had like on the main street. A balloon, someone let it go, and then it got tangled up in one of the characters. Is like a big horse, the leg of the horse, and so the horse really got spooked.
Yeah, but the horse is okay, and we don't know if the people are okay, but the horse is fine.
Well, it's weird because there's no parade, so it's not like there wasn't a line of people along it. You're not you can't visit the princesses kind of like you used to. They do these float things where the floats go on by. What else was different? The wait times. Even Eric, he was so curious about it. He went on the app we went at Christmas time. He went to go see what the wait times were. It was like 5-10 minutes. And these were rides that,
get out.
When we went, were literally over 2 hours long to wait in the ride. But there was like 5-10 minutes, less crowds. You could not fast pass anything though. But there was no line, so it wasn't a big deal for a lot of people. It wasn't a worry.
Who cares?
So you were supposed to wear masks. The one weird thing I saw, so Obi, imagine you're in like the Big Thunder Railroad one. I thought I saw that they put plastic clear see-through like tarps in between the rows on some certain rides so that you wouldn't have to wear a face mask. But then,
so you think they did or they did?
I thought they did. Maybe like on the boat rides or something to where you would not have to have your face mask on it. But then they're saying during other rides, you do have to keep your face mask on. And then especially if you're a person who likes to get a picture at the end of your ride at Disney, if you do not have a face mask on, you are not able to purchase your picture.
Think about that. If they can see in the photo that you are not wearing your mask on the ride, so even if you wear your mask up to the booth to get your photo, if that photo shows you without a mask on the ride, you can't buy the photo.
So like say you wore it during the ride, but you took it down, like at the moment you know the picture's coming, you're not allowed to buy it. They consider anytime you do something that's what they say is dangerous during picture time, because a lot of people try to do theme pictures or just make it a fun thing.
Right.
They won't sell them to you, and they count now. If you're not wearing your face mask, they count it as something dangerous, so you can't buy them.
Just to be clear, I don't want a picture of me in a face mask on a ride.
Some people do. I mean, some people want it, and especially since they're selling left and right. The Disney, they have like an official line of their face masks.
They do. Now, I'm actually looking at the policy for their masks. So you cannot wear a bandana as a face mask.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And you can't wear a neck gaiter. You have to have a face mask that has a minimum of 2 layers of breathable material. It has to fully cover your nose and mouth and secure under your chin. It has to fit snugly but comfortably against the side of your face, and you're required to have ties or ear loops so that you can be hands-free. So you cannot be holding your mask up. It has to stay secure.
Are the neck gaiters the things that people just lift up and then lift down?
Yes.
Okay, those things.
I think they are.
Yeah, no.
Let's pretend they are.
We'll just go with it.
Sure.
So that's just a heads up for Disney since it opened. That's some of the details on the changes for the policy.
And if some of you are accusing us, because I've heard this before, like, why do they like Disney so much? No. Listen, Disney is so big that they will set precedent for a ton of other parks and attractions around the United States.
I can guarantee you your college class and your college is looking at Disney to figure out what to do.
It's real. They're in meetings. They're in meetings going like, well, at Disney,
we're not
blah,
doing
blah, 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 blah.
There's no neck gaiters then. Like, they're having those meetings.
The worst of the worst. Are you ready? The Riot Podcast. RadioU.
I am right now looking at box office results from the weekend. When's the last time you guys went to the movies?
So
I haven't been to the movies since Christmas.
What about for ours? Is it the theater still opening? Isn't it supposed to be this month or later or when?
I don't think so. Like there was a theater near us that was supposed to open this coming Friday.
Yeah, that's what I
thought. But I'm pretty sure they're not opening.
Oh, it got canceled again?
Granted, I'm not. Look, it's everything's canceled, Nikki. I'm sorry.
But now
I'm
that
sorry.
we're canceling, like we're doing it twice, it's very hard. But you're right.
It's there's still no movies
to even go see, so it's not a big deal.
Well, that's what made this one so weird. Did you see what the top movie was over the weekend?
What was it?
Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back from 1980.
Is that what everybody's airing at the theaters that are open?
Well, if you look at them, most of these theaters are showing, the ones that are open, they're showing old movies. And so I think it was last weekend, not like 2 weekends ago, basically, Ghostbusters was the number one movie at the weekend. And I guess it's because like Empire Strikes Back is 40 years old. Ghostbusters, I think, might have been celebrating its 35th anniversary. So they had kind of planned these low-key releases anyway.
In theaters?
And yes. So they're back on top.
Well, congratulations.
All these years later.
Coming back out of this, the box office is going to mean nothing just because we've gone so long without it. I think it was last week or maybe right before the 4th when we learned about, so check your local theaters if you are in an area where some of them are open. But what was cool is some theaters are doing the whole $50. You can rent out the whole theater for you and like 20 of your friends. You can't fill every seat, so I think they're capping it at 20. But then you get like concessions, and you can see a couple of movies that came out in January, February, but then the rest are like Ghostbusters and other old movies like Jaws. Jaws was one of them, and other stuff. So you can see what your theater's doing when it does open up.
Man, I want to go back to the movies. I mean, I don't know if it's good or whatever, but like I want to go back.
Even if it's just me and I'm the only one in the whole theater, can we just have a movie time? It would just sound nice.
But Nikki, I want it to be new.
Oh, you want a new movie?
Though, I mean, admittedly, I am a sucker for it. When they do these movie re-releases, I'm that guy that goes and pays. They're normally only $5. They're usually cheap. And so a lot of times I will go because it's really cool to see a movie on the big screen again. Yeah. But no, I'm good. I'm ready for something new now.
Well, Tenet was supposed to be the first big thing that was out around this time, but it got pushed into August.
Supposed to be this weekend.
Yeah, I know.
It was supposed to be this weekend.
They pushed that to later, so who knows what'll actually come out and when.
It's fine. I mean, I look forward to our movie-free future. With all that extra free time, we'll be able to dig in the mines or whatever it is that we end up.
You're just watching old movies at home. You're doing the same thing, but there. You're not hurting.
I'm fine. It's fine. Thanks a lot. Your sympathy for my location, it's very high.
You're welcome.
It's very high, and I appreciate that.
This was the worst of the riot, and we'd like to congratulate you on having the stomach to stick around to the very end. The riot exists because Radio U exists, and Radio U only exists because of your support. Find out more and give now at RadioU.com/donate.
I'm in the middle of slicing cheese, and it's like, blah! The thing breaks off. There's cheese everywhere. I'm screaming because I'm scared.